Yeah. Hey folks, Whiskey Fox here. Thank you for tuning in. And I know it's been a while since I put a video out, but I've been busy. I do have some stuff in the pipeline. Today I wanted us to take a look at my Pocket Survival Kit, also known as a PSK. Pocket Survival Kit is good to have on you in your pocket in case you get separated from the rest of your gear. You know that at least you have this with you. A lot of people like to put these contents inside of an Altoids tin. That's a very common thing. I just wanted to have a little bit more capability, so I went ahead and found something a little bit bigger. This tin here is a BCB Mini Mess tin. This thing I got on eBay. It's actually something more common that you'd see over in England. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. That's what counts here in this case, and we just undo these two side clips, take off the lid. As you can see, the lid has a little rubber grommet which helps to keep the items dry. That grommet is also removable if you want to use the lid for cooking. Say, if you can press it into that duty along with the tin itself if you need to boil water. Right away, as we can see on top, you can see the items are kind of packed in there pretty tight. We have a small little first aid kit, which I'll get into the contents of what's in here shortly. We also have a Light My Fire Wetfire tinder. We've got a small hank of cordage here. Got a small Bic lighter. I've removed the child protection. One thing I saw recently on YouTube videos was to try and find the white color Bic lighters, because you can tell how much fluid is left inside. And believe it or not, it looks like it's half empty. That is a brand new, never been used lighter. I also have a Light My Fire mini ferro rod here. We've got a spool of, this is not a spool, this is a bobbin of fishing line. This is 10-pound test. And it's this really good fishing line that the guy at the store sold me that he really recommends to his customers. And so I went ahead and put some of it on a bobbin. I've also got a bobbin here of some regular thread that I picked up at a Army-Navy surplus store. So I think this is some kind of Army thread. We've also got a whistle. This is the Fox 40 micro whistle. I went ahead and left the ring on it in case I wanted to make a necklace with the rope and keep it around my neck. I've also got some duct tape rolled up here. This is the Gorrilla brand duct tape. Of course, it likes to stick to everything inside the kit. We've also got a small button compass. It's oil filled. These are pretty neat. North is that way, so it does work. I've got a small Steamlight Nano light. These are pretty bright. Sorry, didn't mean to make you blind there, but you can unscrew it, and that way it won't accidentally activate inside the tin. I've got some zip ties. These are really small, and a little Ranger band right there holding them together. I've got some Krazy glue and the little nozzle for it. I've also got, this is the Uncle Bill's Silver Gripper Tweezers. I like to have a little bit more meat on the tip of my tweezers, but these are supposed to be really good. Stainless steel, made in the United States. I try to buy things that are made in the USA, so that was a must-have. It's really lightweight, so I figured that was a must-have item for the kit. We've also got, this was kind of neat, I just picked this up. This is a small sharpening stone. It actually came as part of, it had a plastic housing to it, and I just went ahead and pried it out. That looks like the glue that was holding it in, but it is a sharpening stone, and it's really, really small. If I needed to, I could probably get something sharp with that. We've also got here is a small fishing kit and sewing kit in here. I'll open that up later when I do the first aid kit. I've also got a small Nite Eze No. 2 S-Biner. I've also got a P38 Can Opener. This is the Shelby. This is made in the United States. We've also got a new addition here. This is the ESEE AH1 Arrowhead. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the bag because I'm going to show you how they didn't come very sharp, so I put an edge on it, and it has taken a long, long time to get that edge down without some kind of a belt sander or grinder. But I've managed to get that one side sharp, which I can use as a knife if I needed to, and the other side is still as dull as it is when it comes. But this is a nice little novelty item. I like that. It's light enough and cool enough to have in my PSK. We've also got a little multi-tool. This is a Leatherman Squirt P4. They no longer make the P4. They have a different name for it now. I was still able to find this in a local tackle shop. This one's brand new. It just seemed like the older model has the owl and more items that would be useful in an outdoorsy kind of situation. So I went ahead and went out of the way to find the P4 version instead of the new one. I also have here a small survival signal mirror. This is made by Adventure Medical Kits. This I got from goinggear.com. This is the mini, really, really small. It's about 1.5 inches by 1 inch. So I really wanted to have a really small one for the kit. I've got some Ben's wipe here. This is for insect repelling if I need that. I went ahead and broke down and got a Fisher Space Pen. Yes, folks, I know these things are like 20 bucks, but there it is. It's going to write in the rain or in outer space if I find myself out there in need of a writing utensil. We've also got a Best Glide Fresnel lens. This is a magnifying glass which you can use to help start a fire or to help read with if you're having trouble seeing. I've also got a Randall's Adventure Rat little survival card. It's just one that came with the AH1. I just thought I'd throw it in there. I've also got here, stuck to the inside of this business, a Beeswax Candle. This is kind of cool. It's a little bit sturdier and burns longer than the little birthday candle. So I got a few of these, threw one in the kit. If it gets too messy, I might just take it out. I've got a couple of fire starting methods in here already and some lighting methods. So if it gets to where it sticks to everything, I'll just 86 this. But it's cool to have. Also got some Rite-in-the-Rain paper. Recently went out and was able to use some of this on the trail. It came in handy. I'm glad I had it with me. So some Rite-in-the-Rain paper. And last but not least, we also have some heavy-duty aluminum foil that I keep in there. That's a couple of feet. And this stuff has come in handy for me in the past. It can act as a windscreen, or you can turn it into some kind of cooking pot. Lots of uses for aluminum foil. I'm going to go ahead and move a lot of this stuff out of the way so I can get to the first aid kit and the fishing and sewing kit. Okay, in the little first aid kit, we'll go ahead and bust that open. We've got an alcohol swab, some Advil PM, a condom, a tube of Neosporin, 2 Katadyn chlorinated tabs there for purifying water, and 2 Band-Aids, big ones. So that's just a very, very minor, micro first aid kit. A small cut, disinfect, wipe, and put the Band-Aids on, and that's it. Got a headache or having trouble sleeping, take some Advil PM, and that's about it. Condom, many uses for a condom. I'll go ahead and go through the little fishing kit at this point. I also have some sewing stuff. Go ahead and get that open. It's in a little plastic box, and we'll bust that open. We've got a little snell line there with a really small hook. We've got a really tiny little lure there. We've got safety pin, a button, a smaller size safety pin, and then I'm just going to dump the rest of the contents out. Inside we've got 7 little sinkers. There they are. They're wanting to congregate there in the middle. We'll let them do that. Let's get this little hook out of there. And then we just have some really tiny hooks, a couple of different sizes. The ones that are green, red, and yellow are like number 10. And these 2 little guys are number 8 bait holders. This guy over here is a number 12. And then we have 3 little micro swivels. And also we have 2 different size sewing needles. So we've got the sewing needles, the button, and the safety pins. That's more along the lines of the sewing kit. And over here we have all this tackle. That is the micro fishing kit. And this stuff all fits in this really small little tiny plastic container. Very small fishing kit. Well, folks, that's my Pocket Survival Kit. On the last trip out, I did a solo overnight adventure recently. I am working on the video. And I was able to use some of the items in the kit that I knew were in the kit, so I didn't bother packing them. And it did come in quite handy. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you glean some knowledge. Maybe there's some things in my kit that you really like that you might find that are good enough to put in your kit. And once again, this is Whiskey Fox for DRC Studios. I do appreciate you tuning in. I will have more videos to come. Thanks a lot, and have a good day.